Hello, everyone, and welcome to a match in the Dominion League. This is going to be a double match. It is between Dr. Steelhammer and nasmith99, and it is the B Championship match for season 42. But also, they're going to use the results of the first six games as their league season 43 match in the A division. Uh, I am Akachi, and I'm joined in commentary by Earl.
Hi. Yeah, so they're going to play these six games. They have agreed to play a seventh if it goes 3-3, just in that sort of championship format. So we might get bonus Dominion, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm. So
So
let's look at this first kingdom
yeah,
here.
Dr. Steelhammer's planned on Mills so far.
Huh. So plan is and trading post are the two ways you can trash things. I
Well, there's also
imagine
the Flames gift, but
from
that's not that much
Druid, right? No, no plus actions, but I still imagine Old Witch is going to be the terminal of choice.
Yeah, I can't see much what else you're going to do here. They both like this plan mill opening.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
And there's the
Doctor's.
old witch coming in.
Mm-hmm. Let's these players. They've both been in A before, but dropped down to B and have now won their divisions and fought their way back into A.
Quite handily won as well. I think they're both 70% plus win rates last season.
Nice.
So now it was interesting that N.A. Smith chose to owl his mill to sort of move through these cards a little faster.
Hmm.
He still managed to hit five.
Yeah, N.A. Smith is one of the biggest proponents of just like thinking about the details of triggering shuffles, especially in the early game.
Hmm
Okay, so Dr. Steelhammer goes for a trading post for his second five. I think how good that is gonna depend on how much he can avoid collision. Yeah, that's not what you want to see.
Yeah,
But at least he got the old witch in like play on turn five.
Chad is being very funny and talking about using groundskeeper to or gatekeeper to block coppers you might gain from IGG, which I somehow don't think is going to surface during this game, but you never know.
I think it's pretty unlikely for IGG to be bought, but maybe as like hey, there's just one curse left. I might as well. But it's a pretty sad trading post for Dr. Steelhammer so far.
Yeah, it follows that old witch every time.
Oh, there's an IGG right there. I earlier than I expected.
Hmm
Did he have an opportunity? I guess he didn't have an opportunity to trash like a state or a curse from buying mail. Otherwise, that would have seemed definitely better.
Yeah, it was all coppers in his hand, so well, coppers and dead actions. Oh,
Ooh,
camel train.
interesting. Gold is definitely going to be a pretty good card here.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not have thought to buy a camel train there, I don't think.
Yeah, my trouble with it is that it doesn't help you hit six, and you're not really going to get any value out of it until you hit six, but I'm sure it'll happen eventually. So I think here NA Smith just needs to make a decision. Is he going to buy Trading Post at all? If so, this seems like the time. Wow. Doesn't even trash the curse with the mill. Huh.
Interesting.
That seems odd to me.
Yeah, me too. But
Here, this should,
I
I
guess he just,
imagine, be mill trashing curse, but I don't know. I thought he would do that last time.
yeah, I guess he knows this plan is the only way he's getting any coppers trashed, so he's letting the witches take care of the curses.
But Dr. Steelhammer is going to be playing one old witch every 2 or 3 turns. I don't think all those curses are going to be cleaned up.
Chat's talking a little bit about what rebuild might do here. Um, I'm always afraid to take rebuild and also afraid to not take rebuild. It was on my ban list for a while. Um,
This definitely seems
but
like the kind
I
of
kind of agree with J Nail's sense that this feels better than trying to mill through provinces, but and take all the curses on.
yeah, that is a problem. The curses. Like this seems like a board where rebuild could win, but um, just because there's so much variance. But I wouldn't
Hmm.
expect it to win. So N.A. Smith undoubtedly thinking about whether he wants to play the old witch and trigger the shuffle.
Hmm. Probably trying to figure out what that last card is too, if he doesn't have it in mind. Oh,
Ooh.
interesting. That
And
gets him
there's
up
the
to a
gold.
six.
Okay. Unfortunately, he was probably hoping Old Witch wouldn't be drawn there and he could play it next turn, but no such luck. So I believe this is the second time that Dr. Steelhammer has been able to play Trading Post. Unfortunately, that was just trashing 2 coppers. All right, now the IGGs are coming out. Makes sense to me. All right, they both have 2 golds. I think I prefer Dr. Steelhammer's position.
Hmm. Because of the trading post silvers he's gotten, or
Yeah, and just the ability to more easily trash the curses.
yeah, Annie Smith has really decided to hope the old witch timing works out in his favor, which it may do.
So yeah, able to buy province here. Mm, yeah, both players able to buy province here.
Hmm.
Have there haven't been many curse trashes to like Old Witch plays.
No, it hasn't lined up the way you might hope.
Ooh. Oh, okay, okay.
I keep forgetting about Owl.
Yeah,
These guys do not. Good for them.
good thing, yeah. Yeah, Mill Owl is pretty interesting. I mean, it's strong, but less so without a source of plus actions.
Oh yeah. Jane Else points out that you can owl all your old witches now to deny curse trashes.
Yeah, I mean, here that seems like a pretty reasonable thing for NA Smith to do. The only complication there is it will trigger a shuffle. And yeah, this is another province.
Hmm.
Not so for Dr. Steelhammer. We'll see if he takes a copper and a gold or what.
Probably, yeah. I was thinking probably a duchy at this point.
Yeah, with a lot of mills, you can add the duchies a little more. Yeah, that's probably more of your good cards than you wanted to see there as Dr. Steelhammer.
Yep. And Smith is thinking about owling here, I imagine. Yeah, he does, and it doesn't do anything for him.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
I'd consider. So silver is fine. I would have actually. Oh, estate. I don't think I like that necessarily as player
It
one.
felt,
Like,
yeah.
I was thinking plan might be decent there. If you just put that on something like druid, maybe that just might give you an opportunity on a turn to trash a curse and get a point that way.
Hmm. Well, the estate, it's interesting. It might deny a tie to any Smith.
Yeah, it's hard to say with all this like curse trashing potential there. You know,
Yeah.
like Dr. Steelhammer did get to trash a curse, and now it looks a lot better him having the estate because he's got that 1 point
Hmm.
lead. So I think we're gonna get to a pretty painful phase of the game now, where both players um, dodge around province, and then they'll never be able to afford province again.
Yep. Any Smith has learned his owl lesson.
Hmm. I just don't think any Smith even wants province in that situation necessarily.
Right.
Now, Dr. Steelhammer can feel good about taking the second to last province, I think.
And so does any Smith tie here? If he buys the duchy, it's probably the kind of position you want to. Oh,
Oh,
or he could go for the province and hope for a win, not knowing what that Dr. Steelhammer is sitting on a province.
I think as NA Smith, I'd want to take that last duchy. Um,
I would too.
like yeah.
Yeah, I think especially at this level as player two, a tie is just a nice outcome.
Hmm. Oh, I see. I see. Like, if you, all you really, yeah, okay, this is a tough choice. Yeah, I had to remind myself that Mill was empty along with Curse, so
Yeah, yeah. A duchy buy here ends the game on a tie.
it does. And moreover, like, if NA Smith buys Province and Dr. Steelhammer cannot afford Province, he cannot get that duchy.
Hmm.
Therefore, like, he's just in a spot where NA Smith only loses. Yeah. Well, he decides to take the tie, which being able to see Dr. Steelhammer's hand, we know is a good decision.
Yeah. Yeah, as Chat pointed out, N.A. Smith hadn't seen either of Dr. Steelhammer's golds, so if he was really paying attention, he'd probably know that there's some stuff down there.
Yeah, I find it very difficult in those kinds of games to keep track of that kind of thing, but it's possible that NA Smith was able to do so, or he was able to just take a quick look through the logs and reach that conclusion.
Hmm. I hate Shepherd. I can't figure
So
it out,
there's Church here. So Church
which
Shepherd
is
is
nice.
a bit of a synergy.
Yeah, that's going to get them up
And
to dominate pretty nicely.
yeah, yeah, Dominate looks definitely doable here. Mm, probably, probably, Soothsayer is like, I'd like it for the gold gaining, but I don't want to give the opponent a card and a curse. I think that's
Yeah,
like
well, you might
bad.
find that you get to a mid game where they're drawing anyway, because I think these decks are going to be pretty reliable with churches kicking around.
Perhaps, but like +1 card at the start of the turn is just so good with Shepherd draw. But both players
Mhm.
open with Shepherd Church, makes sense, and they both pick up a second church on turn 3. So for those who don't know, the Shepherd Church thing is that you want to get to a state where you can set aside a Shepherd and 2 green cards with Church, and then you pretty much guarantee that you're going to be able to kick off on the next turn, so you can play like 2 or 3 Shepherds and then do the same thing with your other Church. Plus, it also thins out the coppers, which uh, Shepherd dislikes, and we especially dislike on a board with Dominate. So interesting choice from N.A. Smith. He doesn't want to play the Shepherd. Instead, he saves it to have a really clean shuffle here. I like that. Mint was mentioned. That's interesting. That is an alternative way to print golds, which is something that I would like to do here.
Yeah, it's just hard to, I think it's hard to get a mint without destroying your economy here.
Yeah. In fact, that's going to be a challenge for. Okay, so normally with like these like church, Shepherd Church or Crossroads Church, you end up wanting to save a copper so that you can hit like 6 coppers and get gold without stopping for silver. So I'll be curious to see if N.A. Smith does that here.
Yeah, one possibility is to the chess pointing out, get a soothsayer and get the gold, and then keep the 5 coppers around to sort of mint after that.
Yeah, we'll see if N.A.
I
Smith
don't know.
picks up the Soothsayer here. As I said, I'm of 2 minds about it. Probably a good card, though. Nope. N.A. Smith is waiting at least one more turn, possibly just to get more reliability.
Yeah.
Ooh, this looks really nice with you can discard 3 and then you top deck a green card, which makes your next turn even better.
Hmm. Yeah, and then you pop the church on your, or pop the shepherd on your church.
So Dr. Steelhammer, meanwhile, has a dud, so he's going to have to just set aside the Shepherd.
Oh, Shepherd does that. I don't like it.
Well, I think N.A. Smith has played it really smart, where he's put himself in a position where he doesn't dud. Like I was thinking,
Yes.
oh, buy Soothsayer on the previous turn, but getting the second Shepherd puts him in a really strong position to
Mhm.
ensure that he can keep going. Even a third Shepherd might not be crazy. It might be a little paranoid at this stage. Probably I like for N.A. Smith like Soothsayer and then third Shepherd as the
Well, I think
buys
given
here.
that you, like you said, we have this green on top, and you've churched a shepherd, you're not so worried about next turn. So,
Correct, yeah. But he does have 6, so he's got the option. That was not a guarantee. It could have bottom decked the pasture, but he's got a choice here between gold or Soothsayer.
Right. I suspect it's gold, and then you can mint away these 5 coppers and then just start minting golds.
It depends how you feel about like the opponent interaction portion of Soothsayer.
Yeah, like if you look at a turn like this one, it could save Dr. Steelhammer.
But yeah, but on the other hand, like Church isn't great at dealing with an influx of curses. So like if you're trashing a curse each turn, you're not trashing a copper.
Hmm. So Smith decided to go Guildhall, which we weren't really even talking about.
Nope. Nope. Don't know what the plan is there. We'll find out. Huh.
Maybe now he buys the gold and then the mint and then starts minting golds, which sort of gets some coffers kicking around.
Well, let's
I
see.
don't know.
He's yeah, he's passing up the opportunity to trash coppers. That implies that he is gonna buy gold here. Yeah. All right. So I guess it is gold into mint is N.A. Smith's plan, but he figured I'll buy Guildhall first, and that will pay off.
I wonder if he's thinking about. Yeah, I wonder if he's thinking about like 2 turns from now, because he would do that kind of math.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're right.
I,
Because
I
if he wants to buy a shepherd 2 turns from now, he is gonna want a coffer to be able
right,
to get there after his mint.
right.
Um, but yeah, there's a resign from Doctor Steelhammer. I think he didn't have. I don't know. It's hard to tell whether he didn't have as good draws or he didn't have as good of a game plan as N.A. Smith there. I was very impressed with
Yeah.
the way N.A. Smith remained consistent.
Truffles is noting that Dr. Steelhammer added some estates that perhaps was a little early.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think N.A. Smith was
Ooh,
demonstrating there that was not necessary.
this feels like one of those extra menagerie boards. Well, I guess it's not. It's just scrap and camel train, but I guess because experiment and seer, scholar are all Renaissance, it feels like a very new kind of board.
Hmm. Scrap
It's
Fortress
exciting.
is exciting,
Yeah.
and Seer can draw them both up. Of course, Ghost Ship is going to loom over all of this.
Hmm. Yeah, you can at least guarantee a seer draw with Ghost Ship, but that's only a 50% nerf.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got the Moneylender scrap opening. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Very synergistic combo. It looks like Dr. Steelhammer's scrap will miss the shuffle, though. I assume that Dr. Steelhammer will pick up a ghost ship as the first 5, especially since he did buy a fortress on turn 3.
It's
I am
good.
wrong.
Yeah.
I
There's a lot of
prefer
stuff you're sad to draw off that Ghost Ship dead though, if you don't line it up with your fortress.
I prefer ghost ship. That it's just so painful. I'm all about ghost ship first.
You're all about the pain, huh?
Yep. Interesting. Goes card action on the scrap?
Just hoping to
Hmm.
draw something, I guess.
I don't like that. Hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think you draw Moneylender, you're really sad. The only thing you're really happy to draw there is Seer. Um,
So N.A.
but
Smith
maybe.
also picks up Seer as the first 5. I don't know. I like the ghost ship. A sad hand for Doctor Steelhammer. Excuse me, for Doctor Steelhammer.
Yeah, he's had some rough draws this game, I think.
Truffles wants to know what kind of pizza I got. I'm a
All
I'm a simple
the
man.
important questions.
Just pepperoni pizza, New York style. John's going for the Piazza Pizza joke.
I wonder if
Ooh,
NA Smith is going to scrap his fortress here.
without a doubt, there's no estate in hand. No doubt about it. It's just a question of what the options are. You can pick all but two, so we probably don't need silver gain at this particular moment. And you, I don't know how you feel about plus buy here. I guess if you get the plus coin, you're gonna want the plus buy, and if you don't get the, if you get the plus buy but not the plus coin, maybe you don't end up using it. So who can say?
Yeah, I could see getting to 8 here. And a 5 and a 3 is pretty nice, but
It goes for the silver. Okay. So I don't know. There's still no ghost ship. I feel like it would be a good acquisition. Ooh, doubles. I didn't notice that both players have two scraps. That's going to be nice for Dr. Steelhammer because he can trash the fortress and he can trash the estate. Start to clean up. He's pretty thin. Maybe both players are. No, yeah, I think Dr. Steelhammer is ahead on trashing.
I think so,
He's
yeah.
trashed four of his coppers compared to only two for Annie Smith. Oh yeah, silvers are gonna be good, for sure. Huh? Double fortress for Doctor Steelhammer.
Yeah.
Um,
So, I mean, Seer and Scrap both like that. So I guess that's what he's thinking.
excuse me. Yeah, I think I like. I think you can stop here though. I don't think you need any more fortresses.
Oh, yeah.
Here's an example where N.A. Smith wished he had some redundant fortresses because that scrap is just gonna have to target silver. Just a little bit sad. J Nail's mentioning Death card. Mm, I guess just the Fortress synergy. Hmm. I wouldn't expect it, but suppose it could work out. With Seer Draw, like scrap gaining silvers is just a very pleasant source of payload. But it's not too late to get Ghost Ship. I'll have these players know. How about Courtier? I don't think there's any triple types, right?
No.
Yeah. I don't think we see Courtier get picked up just because it costs 5 and it gains you a card that Seer doesn't draw also. So gaining silvers just seems better. Okay. Alright, so Eddie Smith chose not to like continue his turn there. Still with only one fortress in the deck. Alright, so here, yeah. Yeah, looking good.
Hmm. This hits 10, which is potentially a couple Seers, or maybe get the Ghost Ship to make Akuchi happy.
Ooh, did he got the top deck of horse too?
Hmm.
Very nice. I mean, like, imagine if N.A. Smith was attacked by Ghost Ship here. I feel like that makes a big difference. Like he's drawing possibly two fewer cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go with Camel Train Fortress. Dr. Steelhammer wanting to make sure that he has fortresses in hand. He's probably feeling ahead. I think he's ahead. So it's a bit
Hmm.
of a defensive play. So the Camel Train, we'll see how that gets used. Probably just to get an extra seer, and then I don't know what. Yeah, I like Camel Train on Dr. Steelhammer's next turn, but I don't know what it does after that.
Yeah, I don't know. It potentially multiplies silvers, but you got lots of silvers coming your way.
I mean, yeah, Scrap is just playing better for that than Camel Train. I guess it doesn't hurt to get a couple golds. I don't love it though. Ooh, huh. Benny Smith going real heavy on the scraps,
Yeah, I think he's feeling like he needs to find an advantage somewhere, you know?
and that might be in a sneaky pile out. So
Yeah,
that,
or, put a bunch of payload in the deck and hope for perfect draws rather than getting another seer.
yeah.
Chat's calling it greedy, which is I think this what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm. You know, it'd be a nice card to punish N.A. Smith's greed.
Could it be a ghost ship?
It could, yeah.
Yeah, I am surprised that they've been quite this friendly. But
All right. So, yeah, Dr. Steelhammer got plenty of draw, but is out of things to do with the draw. Camel Train, I assume, on Seer. Yep. He does put some. Actually, he can get all the Seers
wow.
if he wants. I think I'd settle for just getting three, but yeah, you've got a lot of draw now. But it's good denial. Um,
It
so
is, yeah.
like, you don't need all those Seers on this turn, but N.A. Smith is sure going to be wishing that he picked up a Seer now.
Yeah.
I wonder if he can, yeah, like Scholar is the only other kind of draw of note, and it just doesn't play nicely with the silver economy.
Nope.
But yeah, Dr. Steelhammer has gotten some. Well, does he have one copper left? I forget the situation, but I think he's almost fully trashed.
Yeah, I thought his draws were a little unfortunate early on, but he seems to have pulled
Recovered?
something pulled something together. That's good.
Absolutely. Yeah, he did have a couple unlucky scrap collisions, but I think N.A. Smith's moneylender must have missed the shuffle once or twice for him to be so behind
Hmm.
on
One
copper
of the nice
trashing.
things about all the overdraw is that Dr. Steelhammer can probably start to sit on some horses. He already is sort of starting to do that.
Absolutely.
And then once he starts, well, if he ever starts greening, who knows? But he'll have a lot of extra draw kicking around.
Yeah, I mean, he can
That's
potentially use the scraps for all of the like payload options and none of the deck acceleration options, right? Like he doesn't need plus card, and if he plays a fortress first, he doesn't need plus action. So he
hmm
can just go for plus coin, plus buy, silver, and horse, and just save up the horses. Dr. Steelhammer. Any Smith does need to be aware of piles because Dr. Steelhammer can empty quite a lot. He had 15 coins that last turn. I feel like he can get up to probably like 20 coins this turn, close to
Yeah,
that
there's a
amount.
camel train kicking around to exile something.
Yeah. So if he camel trains a fortress, that'll be 12 coins. Um, I guess he only has three buys, right? Because he only has two scraps. So you can play around that pretty easily as N.A. Smith.
I think he has three scraps. Does he only have two?
Yeah, he only has two.
Oh,
N.A. Smith has four.
ooh, that's a lot of scrap.
This is a good turn for N.A. Smith. I'm just worried
Yeah,
about.
his deck is working. It's just a little behind.
Well, it's also just capped on draw in a way that Dr. Steelhammer's is not.
hmm
But I suppose scrap on Fortress if you gain a horse and do plus card is kind of like net plus one draw.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he'll be okay without the Sears. Uh, I'm surprised that the third scrap didn't draw a card so that he could see that silver. Looks like he does it now. Oh, okay. He top decked the silver. No, he drew the silver. Oh, that was super fortunate. Okay. Yeah, that was a 1 out of 3 chance, but it worked. Yeah, I definitely like another fortress as N.A. Smith because you are in a really bad spot if you don't pair your scrap with it.
hmm
I wouldn't mind Fortress, Ghost Ship, Province, but it looks like N.A. Smith is going.
This he likes his scraps.
Oh my gosh, that is exactly as greedy as you can be.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Steelhammer can empty piles, but it would be on a tie. Huh. Yeah, I would not have played the board this way, but I imagine I would be underplaying the board. That is a lot of scraps.
Right. And Chad is
It's
pointing out that if Dr. Steelhammer does empty, he's player one, so it would be
yep.
a losing tie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andy Smith knows what he's doing there. He has 7 scraps now. Just pointing that out. But he did top deck 2 horses, so like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a great starting hand. I am. I don't know. It's going to come down to greening now. Obviously, Doctor Steelhammer is going to need to dip into provinces. Maybe take the last scrap because I feel like you want to do that. See if you can get to
Yeah.
double province scrap. I think you can. Again, I have no idea what the
Oh yeah,
camel
he's got it
camel train
for
is doing.
sure.
Yeah, he's got it exactly. Yeah, I like double province scrap.
Huh. Exiling the fortress.
I guess he wants to give himself more opportunities to end the game on a win on his next turn.
Yeah.
Because he could do it again, right? And it would only cost 4 then. In fact, yeah, I guess it's just a better, like an easy pile out threat. No, get the scrap. Ah, the scrap is so much better. I don't
Yeah, I
like
agree.
this at all. Like, the scrap gives you plus buy and 3 coins. Or, yeah, plus buy and 3 coins. It's just so much more flexible. I don't see how Nasmith could win here.
I don't think I've ever seen a hand of 6 scraps. Oh, now 7.
There you go. New and exciting. Yeah, this, I think, scraps like strongest synergy. Probably.
Yeah.
It's got a few. Apparently, Chad is calculating vast quantities of money are possible for N.A. Smith, but not quite enough to win this turn. Um, I'm not sure if he can like actually draw the maximum amount of money that he could get. But if he's not going to win this turn, he doesn't want to. You know, he wants to store up some horses because he's really dependent on those horses to be able to get to this point in his deck where he has the scraps and at least one fortress in hand.
Yeah. Everything here is there's a lot of math at this moment.
Yeah, this is the kind of math that I let the player do.
Yeah. Well, he's got $14 in hand if he plays a moneylender. It's nice to have an experiment left over on the bottom there.
So I guess the easy money is taking coin on every scrap, right? Which would bring you up to 21. And then there's just a question of how many like silvers you can actually gain and draw.
He needs 29 to win. So we need another 4 silvers.
And
Yeah, this is potentially doable.
he would need 6 buys, is that correct?
Yeah.
So it's 5 out of the 7 scraps need to take that option. He needs to take plus action on almost every scrap, and he needs to take plus card on pretty much every scrap to be able to do it. I guess yeah. If Doctor Steelhammer had taken the scrap, then N.A. Smith would have a win. So my advice to Doctor Steelhammer would have been bad. I guess it was bad.
Well, I'm not sure because I don't think in your advice you would have lowered the fortresses, right?
True. Yeah, yeah,
So
true. You could avoid the fortress that way. I thought it was a reasonable idea. I didn't realize just how much potential money an A Smith could put together.
yeah,
So if you could do five options with each scrap, you would have it, right? Gain silver plus card plus action plus coin plus buy. That would
yeah,
each of your scraps would be worth three, and you'd have enough buys. You can't do that many options, so you need to sacrifice a couple plus actions, a couple plus buys, and then do you have enough? Yeah, that is the math to figure out. But yeah, the order in which the options on scrap get evaluated are pretty inconvenient for this kind of thing because the plus card comes first. So you always need like to have one card in your discard pile, and then if you yeah, it's just always a little bit inconvenient. I didn't even notice the experiment in hand.
yeah. It was the bottom card of his deck for a while there.
I see, I see. All right, what are we up to now? It's 24 in hand. So this should do it, right? Uh,
Yeah,
I'm a little surprised about the when he played the experiment though. Wouldn't you play that at the end?
yeah. It probably doesn't matter because it's all silvers are drawn through eventually anyway. So two now, two later, whatever.
So here, oh,
Oh, is
he,
he going to be a buy short?
yeah, it looks like he's going for the tie.
Hmm.
He's got an extra horse, so that seems like a mistake was made,
Yeah, if that horse was a buy, this would be a win.
right? He's got enough money. Well, more than
Oh,
enough money.
what's he doing here? I think he just realized he must have misclicked a buy or something. Oh no, all that work, all that math. Oh, that's a big undo to ask for. Oh, it's just undoing the buys. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The buy after the province, yeah. Don't you? Okay, he's going for the tie. Yeah.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, a plus one coin could have been. Yeah, that was just unfortunate. You hate to see it. But NA Smith's
Hmm.
still ahead 1-2 in this match that has already seen two ties.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good ball board for sure. You got lots of threes and fours you like. Oh, I like this one. This is fun.
Yeah. Good leprechaun board.
Hmm.
Wishing for Grand Market sure feels good. Like you're getting the payload from Leprechaun, which is exactly what you want.
Oh, identical draws so far.
Yeah, Spice Merchant Steward, the obvious opening. See if either the double estate trash. You love to see it. And Haven is almost certainly better than nothing.
Well, and A Smith does not agree.
Hmm. We'll see if Dr. Steelhammer likes a Haven. Oh, there's Way of the Owl too. Uh,
Yeah, I feel like the free haven was nice there, but
Blessed Village. Right before a shuffle, I like that. Dr. Steelhammer gets the arguably the better boon.
Yeah. Wonder if,
Like Owl and Haven have a mixed relationship.
yeah, it depends on which side of the haven you're on.
Yeah. Okay, interesting play from N.A. Smith. He takes advantage of the plus action from Field's Gift to use the coins variant of Spice Merchant and then play a Terminal Owl with
Yeah.
Blessed Village. Wouldn't he have been really sad if he had drawn Stewart? Well, in all, it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah. You got the perfect draw there.
Whoa! N.A. Smith gets a Leprechaun already. That seems a turn too early to me, but maybe getting the Will-O-Wisp from the Blessed Village actually makes this work out. Huh. Interesting stuff here. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I didn't see, like, it didn't seem like N.A. Smith paused and reevaluated after gaining the Will-O-Wisp, but that was critical to the Leprechaun being able to activate.
Yeah.
It's in a great spot here. I think I'd like an Enchantress as N.A. Smith. But maybe that interferes with Owl stuff too much.
Chad's pointing out that a turn 5 Leprechaun Wish is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of doing.
All right,
This would probably be a
probably.
Leprechaun something for Dr. Steelhammer.
Yeah. I like Blessed Village,
Yeah.
especially with Owl out there.
Oh, nice boon.
Oh no. Don't play that copper, Dr. Steelhammer. He could have taken advantage of it on his buy phase.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Trash, and then we Owl the Steward. And then we wish for a Grand Market. Sure, why not? You got lots of
Or you
options
wish for a
here.
village so that you can play your Leprechaun non-terminally.
He's got a village, right? The last card.
Oh, is that last card a village? Ah, okay.
I think it all
Actually, it
works
doesn't.
out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, and then you can play the Will-O-Wisp. The Will-O-Wisp. No, you can play the Spice Merchant then, and draw them both up. Yeah.
Nice.
So an obscene start for N.A. Smith.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, the value. I don't think this matters, but oh, it matters because Spice Merchant can now be played for.
Yeah, buying money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. And he is completely clean. Goes with a duplicate.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Goes with a Grand Market.
There we go. Realized you didn't have the action.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, wow.
Why not?
This is fast. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's just one of those 4 grand markets by turn 7 boards.
That was a cool Skies gift for Dr. Steelhammer.
Yes.
Um, hmm. Okay. I think maybe you trash with Steward and then you owl. I guess this should work.
Ooh.
Nope. Had to do it the other way.
Well, Wish isn't bad as top decks go.
Oh, I would play those coppers and double ball, I think.
Yeah.
I'd consider getting some mining villages for a little explosiveness. I assume we're heading for a three pile. I'm not quite sure what the piles are. Grand Market, Blessed Village, and question mark.
So chat was asking that if NA Smith wins, this would be over, but this is also a league match. So they're playing this to first one to 3.5 as a championship, but also a full 6 game set for their A League.
Well, they're not. NA Smith is not going to get 3.5 because it's 1 to 2 right now.
I don't know. The way these cards are coming, this might count as 1.5 wins.
I hadn't considered that.
Ah, well, he finally, something minorly inconvenient finally happens to NA Smith in this game.
Wait, can't you? Okay, yeah. Right. Yeah, that's all fine. Hmm. So obviously, NA Smith's superior draws all stem from him not getting Haven when he could have on turn 3. That was, I think, the critical difference. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how, but it all worked out so that at this point, NA Smith manages to get the last Blessed Village to get Flame's Gift to trash his useless Spice
Yeah.
Merchant,
Oh, for sure.
all according to plan. Huh. This wish may need to become a mining village depending on what NA Smith draws. In fact, with these golds in his starting hand, NA Smith probably can't draw a deck this turn.
Oh, well, maybe.
It will at least be
He's
non-trivial.
got owls kicking around and
Well, yeah, but the owls are a lot
wish for a Stewart
worse
or something.
with the golds.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. But you want a Haven first. Hmm. No, I think you want a Haven, and then you might even play the Grand Market as an owl. He would have gotten around to those Grand Markets. I think that was misplayed by Dr. Steelhammer. Yeah, this wish needs to become a mining village.
Hmm. I wonder if he pops it right away, if he's got an eye to end it here.
He pops it. Don't know if we'll get around to that, but it doesn't hurt too much to play the Leprechaun. Yep, he'll get around to it. I was wrong. I guess I thought he might. The third gold was bottom decked, so that helped him with the
Right.
owl stuff. So this looks like an easy
Yeah, just
win.
estates and province or something. Oh, he's even gonna do fancy ball stuff.
He needs to because he didn't have the buys.
Way to duplicate, right?
Well, you wanna buy two provinces too, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's style for sure.
Ah, maximize VP is a better play. But very impressive game from NA Smith. That was turn
Yeah.
9. He just casually had like almost 40 coins and plenty of buys.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So Annie Smith is now tied with T at this point. They've each won 2 games.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Ambassador Wall. That seems just like a real pleasure.
Oh gosh, this looks awful. Oh no. I'm so glad I'm not playing this game.
Yeah.
With Colonnade, I wonder if that is an incentive not to open. Yeah, I think you don't open double ambassador and you just hope you can get some Colonnade points off of either patron or ambassador. Oop. Wait, did was that a double sombrero? Golden sombrero from Dr. Steelhammer? This game is being played fast. It looks like it.
Yeah, it was.
Well, that sure doesn't make you feel good.
Nope. Meanwhile, N.A. Smith managed to huck two estates
Estates.
and get the colonnade patron points.
Oh
Whoa,
no.
no patron play? I guess you don't want an over two.
Yeah, there's not much to say about this game.
No.
I don't know if it ever ends. I think they may just be stuck permanently in a state of misery. Maybe somebody
Dr.
will.
Steelhammer's camel train seems real strange to me. Like he's putting a gold on his exile map that's wall points. He's going to start exiling other things that are wall points. Like he doesn't have any terminal space.
I don't pretend to understand how you play this game. Like, I think you just go forever with ambassadors, and then maybe I don't know. I never am gonna feel safe about like the ambassador war.
Nope.
Like I know how it would go if I did play this board. I would start with some ambassadors. I'd give up because I hate ambassador tennis, and I'd start putting golds and provinces in my deck, and then I'd lose.
Well, I like N.A. Smith's plan to get all these colonnade points. That certainly
Oh
helps.
yeah, for sure. That's priority number one. Um, but the game's not over.
No, Dr. Steelhammer is very much thinner than you might think, given the sombrero situation and all that.
Yeah, he has not collided ambassadors, and N.A. Smith did at least once.
Hmm. Well, N.A. Smith did, but I think they had a villager to save them.
Oh well, now there's a collision of ambassadors.
Right.
Oh yeah, N.A. Smith has banked up a lot of villagers at this point. Yeah, so what do you do now when you have 4 coins? Probably nothing. It's probably one of those games.
Might be.
Distant lands? Yeah, maybe. Huh. N.A. Smith follows with the camel train. Maybe it's going to be used on distant lands?
You can't. It's non-victory.
I don't know what the camel train's going to do.
Gold, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I don't feel like I want a ton of those, but again, I don't understand how this game is going to go. Ooh, returns the ambassador. Does Doctor Steelhammer? Hmm,
Yeah, well, he's thin enough now that his
he is thin enough
collision
now.
is worse than anything for him.
What do you do as Doctor Steelhammer? How do you build? Buy nothing. The classic. Okay, I think he's going to buy something with this hand.
Yep.
Probably double
A
gold,
gold, I
right?
guess.
Yeah, buy gold, get both golds. Yeah. Um, who who has the extra gold? Looks like N.A. Smith got to play Camel Train a second time before
Yep.
all that. That is a lot of colonnade points for NA Smith. So what does this camel train do? I think nothing. Yeah, it does nothing.
I guess you huck it over to your opponent now. Once you're happy with your gold content.
Yeah, yeah.
And that actually gives them a gold too, doesn't it, on their exile mat, which is negative points.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. See if that happens. Yeah, and he's Smith in a much stronger spot with these villagers. He can just like play with these distant lands in a way that it would be more awkward for Dr. Steelhammer to.
hmm
Yeah, I feel like with just one ambassador, Dr. Steelhammer might his deck might degrade again.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the ambassador tennis. Sometimes you get far enough ahead that you think you're fine, and then
Funny is the
things change.
adjective you used, huh?
Well, it's funnier when you're watching.
I have it on my dislike list. Oh, there it is, the camel train.
There you go.
The wall is in place. Ooh, you hate to see your ambassador on this hand as Dr. Steelhammer.
Well, you can always reveal a patron for a free coffer, which he does.
Oh, next level. I did not see that. Very, very slick. Yeah, that's a lot of estates. So close game.
Yeah, closer than I thought, given the sombrero and all those things.
A nicer shuffle for N.A. Smith. But now Dr. Steelhammer able to retaliate with a province of his own, and N.A. Smith
Mhm.
can only gain coffers from his ambassador. I don't know if you play both of them. I guess you have enough villagers.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough turn. Oh, sends it. Interesting.
Ooh,
Trying to
wall.
get rid of those wall points.
The wall mini games intensify. So yeah, Annie Smith in a position where he can buy this penultimate province safely if he wants, but I don't think there's any rush to do that. I guess he goes for it. Oh, he
Oh,
gets a coffer.
why
Yeah.
not?
Oh yeah, he was probably tracking his shuffle. So it looks like he's gonna win.
Well, between hucking the camel train for negative goal exile points and revealing the patron just for coffers, this is ambassador plays I've never seen before.
Yeah, yeah, no, there's some fancy stuff here. I did not see those interactions. And that was a very swiftly played 26 turn game.
Yes.
But Annie Smith does win the super important
He's finally
B
finally
championship.
pulled ahead of time. Oh
And
yeah, at this point he's officially the B division champion.
and yeah, so we're just gonna play one more game, and Dr. Steelhammer is hoping very much to get this to at least a 2-4 outcome, or else he will be on the tough
hmm
spot for the watch list for demotion. Yep, it is. The result is 4-1 with two ties. Interestingly enough, I'm not sure if I've had a league match with two ties in it. Probably. I've played a lot of league matches. So here we've got potion raise opening from both players. Yeah, there's no way to non-terminally draw except for apothecary.
Yeah.
Ghost ship looks really good here. I sure hope someone buys it.
I think they will at this in this situation.
Yeah, it seems like a apothecary ghost ship spices type thing.
Yeah. So NA Smith
Maybe.
has like a There's like a 1 in 3 chance of banishing all his estates this turn.
Huh.
Let's see if he
Yeah.
wants to banish two of them or maybe get something.
I think I like the banish. I think those two VP are gonna be nice to have, especially as player one. You could go even on provinces and come out ahead, you know.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Four is a pretty ugly number.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
Silver, Haven, or Ducat. Don't like Ducat much because you already get the coffer buffer from spices. Don't like Haven too much because you've already taken care of your estates. Haven will be good once you get provinces. And I suppose Haven is fine, like at this stage when you're like, well, I probably want another apothecary, but I have like 5 coins and a potion.
Yeah, that's true. If you miss a buy later on too, if you have a bunch of coins and a potion and no plus buy, you can take your potion away.
So do we get
Which is probably what Smith does here.
I think I like spices here.
Me too.
Falling victim to the bottom player bias. It's just so much easier to follow what the player on the bottom is doing.
Yes. Oh, I'm just being me.
Yeah, there's that too.
So now Dr. Steelhammer has kind of a similar decision about maybe banishing two estates or playing
Yeah.
on.
He
And he goes for the spices.
yeah, he top decked a raise, so yeah, he just seems a bit behind being player two
Hmm.
and such. Yep, Ghost Ship comes out. Ghost Ship has like partial mitigation from Apothecary, but of course it's still the terminal you want to play. There's really no competition. And if they don't have an Apothecary in their starting hand, they're just in a really bad spot.
Yeah, the raise is interesting here because it's a nice thing to kind of have kicking around your deck to seal at a convenient moment.
Hmm.
Because NA Smith has top decked great stuff here.
Yeah, I assume that will end now that Ghost Ship is the terminal.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather play a ghost ship than a steel for sure, or a seal.
Okay. Probably Apothecary Spices here.
Yep.
Yeah, so here's a case where Dr. Steelhammer doesn't have an Apothecary on top, and it's a brutal attack.
Yeah.
Especially with Haven. Like, he's going to have a one card hand after playing the Haven, right?
Yes. So you can grab an apothecary with his coffers, or you can just set up for next turn. Yeah.
Okay. Chooses to get rid of the raise there. Hmm. Yeah, I guess you can just keep adding apothecaries pretty cheaply. Like, this could be Province Apothecary even. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you build... You could build a double. You definitely could. But with Ghost Ship attack? I don't know.
Well, the nice thing is you can, yeah, You can grab a couple provinces and start doing like province banish stuff if you have enough. You might want to build to 12 for that reason.
I just think once you're under the ghost ship attack, it is going to be pretty tough to be consistent.
Yeah.
Supply there. Raise. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, Smith has no copper to top deck to set up apothecary.
Hmm.
This could definitely be a dud. Trying to. Oh, okay. Potion's gone.
Interesting.
I think he's just really trying to find that ghost ship, but still couldn't do it. Oh. 7 coffers for Smith, putting up a big bank there. Huh. Ooh. Hmm. I Yeah, just it's awkward. But I think on the first apothecary I wouldn't have. Oh, I see the issue. Never mind. It's just awkward. Oh, look at that hand for Dr. Steelhammer. Most
Yeah. Oh,
un.
that's gonna happen on this board.
That's really unlucky. I think he's got 5 apothecaries.
Yeah, that's true. You could have at least one.
I think trashing copper is net good, but seems pretty close. Depends on what price point you're trying to hit, maybe.
Does he have two more spices down there, or what are those last two cards?
I think he's got. Does he have a Haven? No, he doesn't.
Just the
There's
one that's in play.
at least one spices. Yeah. Decides not to trash the copper. See if now is the time to start greening. I would think so.
I would imagine.
But could be a half measure. Province spices. No.
Just
Green.
wants all the
No
spices.
greening. I
Wow.
mean, green is definitely going to make it awkward, and coffers are
Hmm.
good, so
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be able to double province for a number of turns now, sitting on 12 coffers.
yeah.
So
Come on, Rays, what are you doing? Okay. Good Rays. This is It's got to be double province. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. So dominant match from Smith. He
Yes.
he
Well
even
played.
kind of messed up a win that he had in the Scrap Fortress game that would have put him up 5.5 to 0.5, but
Wow.
still manages
Yep.
to win 5 games.
Yeah, well played from both players though. That's some and not too slow either.
Oh, not at all. Very, very fast play. Dr. Steelhammer, known for that. All right. Thanks for joining me in commentary,
All
Earl.
right. That was a pleasure.
See y'all
See
later.
you around.